Ask any BSD high school student today about the amount of sleep they get during the week, and they will most likely tell you without hesitation, not enough. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, although teenagers need between 9.5 to 10 hours of sleep every night, most only manage to get 6 to 7. That time is further reduced with an increase in homework load on some nights.
With school starting at 7:45 a.m., it is impossible for far too many teens in Beaverton to ever catch up on much-needed shut-eye, and thus a chronic cycle of sleep deprivation ensues for the entire school year. The effects go beyond feeling drowsy in class. Sleep deprivation among adolescents increases the likelihood of an inability to concentrate, poor grades, drowsy driving incidents, anxiety, and thoughts of depression, which can evolve into suicidal thoughts or even attempts. Sleep is arguably even more vital for teenagers than other age groups, as it is the period of time when brain development is most active and maturity and decision-making skills are gained.
Now, if sleep deprivation is so serious and the solution appears to be so simple and obvious, then why hasn't the school district done anything to fix it, especially when it could be as easy as starting school later? This is an excellent question that students have every right to ask, because we are going to show you why it can be that simple.
You, as the school board, appear to have your reasons for ignoring this issue. The biggest factors supposedly preventing a later start time are the clashes with elementary and middle school schedules and after-school activities.
Starting school later could potentially cause disorder in the transportation system. As a bus schedule, it has long been set to accommodate transportation of students from all schools. However, there's no need to get messy. Simply switching the schedules of elementary and high school students could solve the issue with no disruptions for the buses. While it can also be argued that younger kids need more rest, the recommended 10 to 11 hours can easily be achieved with a bedtime of 8:30 p.m. This is already a set standard bedtime for most American elementary schoolers, and for the most part would not interfere with family time. The average elementary school student does not have a schedule filled with daily activities. Rather, most days allow for ample time to relax and play. In fact, as an earlier start time means easier release, kids will be provided with even more time to unwind from the school day. Take a look at the average high school student's after-school schedule, on the other hand, and you will see that it is packed with sports, theater, clubs, band, or other extracurricular teams 5 days per week, along with several hours of homework. The high school workload drastically increases for students once junior and senior year is reached, as students begin to take rigorous AP and IB courses. So in what world does it make sense for high school students to have to get up the earliest?
The other popular counter-argument to solving this issue is that because of the number of after-school activities taking place in high school, they must start as soon as possible. However, the activities that do end late do not do so later than 9 p.m. only on a couple times per week on the days of big competitions. Furthermore, taking a look at the teenage brain, it is really not the times that after-school activities occur that inhibit their rest. All of us have what is known as an internal circadian biological clock, which regulate the times we feel alert and sleepy throughout the day. We experience circadian dips and rises daily, with dips being the periods of time we feel most tired. The more sleep we have gotten, the less intense these dips will feel. During adolescence, the body experiences changes in the times of circadian dips, causing teenagers to naturally feel more alert later at night. Most teenagers then end up feeling fully alert until around 11 p.m. or later, no matter how tired they may have previously been in the morning. So those who claim teenagers are simply not productive enough or shouldn't be out participating in activities even later should understand that these factors do not affect how late a teenager goes to bed nearly as much as their biology does.
Overall, changing the start time of high schools should not be difficult or disruptive, and it wouldn't be if the district were to indeed consider it. All that would need to be done would be to switch elementary and high school start times, and each school already has a set schedule for transportation. After-school activities would simply have to be pushed no more than an hour later. The district has already made up so many other leaps. Projects such as building new schools to alleviate enormous class sizes and providing Canvas to tens of thousands of students and parents to better connect with their teachers. Early release Wednesdays have proven that schedule changes are not foreign. And as for the evidence of these changes being effectively implemented anywhere else, plenty of school districts across the nation have been taking the initiative for teenage health for years. These districts understand what it means to put their students first as they take further steps to reduce stress and depression rates, drowsy driving incidents, and an increased rate of post-high school success. As BSD students at risk of these negative health effects due to sleep deprivation, we urge you to prioritize the well-being of your high school students, which will pay dividends to our future.